Hello, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome to TCM as tonight's lineup continues to take us in unexpected directions, like a hot Dr. Pepper on a cold winter night. We are featuring movies set in Texas every Thursday this month, and we'll continue now with the TCM premiere. From 1981, Sissy Spacek, Eric Roberts, and Sam Shepard star in Raggedy Man. Spacek plays a single mother trying to raise her two young sons in a small Texas town during the Second World War. She works as the town's one and only telephone operator and has to stay close to the switchboard day and night. In other words, she's trapped, not just in her job, but also in her life, until she meets a sailor on leave who gives her a taste of how things might be different. The screenplay came from William Whitliff, who based the story on his own memories growing up in the small South Texas town of Gregory during the war. The town had changed significantly in the decades since, so the film was shot in Maxwell, Texas, which had a population of just 200 and still looked very much as it did in the 40s. Creating an authentic and evocative setting down to the smallest detail was nothing new for the film's director, Jack Fisk. Fisk had spent a decade working as a production designer, and he was widely regarded as one of the best in the business. He still is. Fisk came to Hollywood in the company of his childhood friend, David Lynch. They also went to college together. It was through David Lynch that Jack Fisk got to know director Terrence Malick. Fisk has served as art director or production designer on many of Malick's films, including his directorial debut, Badlands, from 1973. Badlands also gave a young actress named Sissy Spacek her first significant movie role, and early on in the production, Spacek and Fisk fell in love. They married in 1974. They have been together ever since. They have a couple of daughters. Skylar is an actress like her mom, Madison, a production designer like her dad. Fisk had often been the production designer on movies starring Spacek, but this was the first time he served as her director. It's also the first time he directed a movie. He directed 4 films in the 80s and 90s, then went back to being a production designer full-time. Among the films he's worked on this century, There Will Be Blood and The Master for director Paul Thomas Anderson, The Revenant for Alejandro Iñárritu, and Killers of the Flower Moon for Martin Scorsese. Fisk was nominated for an Oscar this year, his 4th, for Marty Supreme, directed by Josh Safdie. This one is from Universal in 1981, the TCM premiere of Raggedy Man. That was young actor Henry Thomas as Nita's son, Harry. Thomas made his film debut here on Raggedy Man, then broke out with his next big screen role, playing Elliot in E.T. the Extraterrestrial for director Steven Spielberg. For Sissy Spacek, Raggedy Man was her first film after winning the Best Actress Academy Award for her performance as country music singer Loretta Lynn in the 1980 biopic Coal Miner's Daughter. Spacek had also been nominated 4 years earlier for Carrie, another movie she made with her husband, Jack Fisk. He was the art director on Carrie, but stepped into the director's chair on Raggedy Man. Fisk only directed 3 more movies after this, but he continues to rank as one of the most accomplished production designers and art directors working in Hollywood. In addition to early credits on movies like Eraserhead, Days of Heaven, and Mulholland Drive, Fisk has also earned Oscar nominations for his work with directors like Paul Thomas Anderson and Martin Scorsese. He has been nominated for 4 Academy Awards, including this year for his work on Marty Supreme. Coming up, director Richard Linklater takes us through a day in the life of a community in Austin, Texas. It's his 1990 breakthrough film Slacker, and it is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, Slacker, then Paris, Texas, and later, The Southerner. TCM works the land tonight.